Hi guys, welcome to the Advocate Stories. Today, I've come up with something interesting, stylish and creative. Yes, the Instagram story ideas. At least, many of you would have thought that the Instagram story platform is not that easy to handle or it looks very odd enough, not that creative. So here is a solution for that. I'll be sharing 5 of the easiest and comfortable creative ideas. I mean the story ideas. Yes, come on, let's take a look into it. But before that, make sure you watch the video in a full screen and a good video clarity.
So for the first Instagram story idea, I'm going to use a coffee theme as a picture. Now to this I'm going to add the coffee letters. That is C in the classic font, and I'm going to give it a transparency color. For the next letter O, I'm handpicking a brown color that is matching to this theme, and I'm going to border this in a transparency mode. The same way I'll be doing it for every letters in the term coffee. And while arranging these letters, I'm just giving it a slight tilt to the left and to the right, again to the left, again to the right. So it gives it a uniform creativity. And this theme works for every beginners, and it's little different from what we regularly do. To give this an idea, an even unique way, I'm just giving it a hanging texture to the letters. That is, just draw a line from each letters. This gives a hanging effect to each letters. That is, the letters are just hanging. I think it's just a personified idea. Cool, right? Way more to go. I think it's time for the term time. I have just typed the term time in the neon font and give it a white shade, placing it below the coffee, and again giving it a underline with some of the hyphens of the same color background and giving it a time specification, that is the 6:30 am, and it looks great, right? If you want to approach your Instagram stories in a unique way, definitely you can try this one. This is simply made for each and every one of you who thinks to be creative. Moving on to the second one. Now I'm going to show you a new post idea. For this, I'm just sharing a new post to my story and just minimizing the size and moving it to the side so that we have workspace. Now I'm creating borders with some hyphens of black color. See, this way I can erase and I can add a hyphen so that it gives a lengthier or shorter way of borders. For the bottom border line, I'm not giving it a uniform size, just giving it a random size because we need to work over it. Now I'm going to add the new post word, and the font I'm using here is strong. I'm just placing the first new post word to the top of the border and then like, share and comment. I'm going to arrange these words parallel to the side border. I mean this way. Now again I'm typing new post in the strong font and giving it to the border line. Now I'm going to copy the same picture of the post from my gallery and pasting it to one of the side. And this gives a different approach to my story. Now I'm going to click over the post and bring it to the top so that I can arrange it on top of the pic. This story is an absolute simple one. Never miss the creative side. Now we are moving on to the third one. This is again a post sharing idea. For this, after sharing a post to the story, I'm first adding a full stop and then giving it a space bar so that the border covers all of it. And now I can easily add the transparency mode to this. You can actually select random colors for this, but I'm using a color picker for this one just to give it a uniform way of coloring. So as shown here, I'm adding two sides of transparency mode borders in different colors but in a uniform way. Now on top of this, I'm adding the text with some related color, and I'm using the typewriter font for this. Since it is a new post, I'm adding the word new. that is new full stop, new full stop. This goes on, and I'm giving text over the top transparency layer. You can also change the color using the color picker if you're not satisfied with whatever color you have chosen earlier. You can also correct the alignment of the text at this point of time to give it a good creative look. And again, I'm using the same method of filling the bottom transparent layer with the word new full stop, new full stop. It goes on and goes on. Yes, at last I have chosen some suitable colors and the text, and I have arranged it properly in a way that I feel it looks good. Now I'm bringing the post to the middle of the story so that it gets emphasized. If you want, you can also add borders to this. You'll get borders in your GIF corner, or you can simply add the hyphen technique of borders like I'm using here. You can also change the colors to white, black or some other color. Give it a simple touch of border and it looks effective when people approach your stories, and obviously they think of just watching what the post is about. And I think these creative techniques are not just to attract people, it is also to make sure that people approach your post too. So this is also one of such effective story ideas. Moving on to the fourth one, I'm going to show you how to share a pic from your gallery in more creative way. For this, I have shared a pic from my gallery and I'm giving it a solid color by choosing any color of your sort. You can just long press to the hand brush tool in any of the color and this gives you this solid state of color. And now I'm using the erase tool to erase out the object part so that I can witness what is there in the pic. Now I have also covered the border of the erased part with a very thin layer of white color brush. And now I'm giving the text to the story. That is the same method I have used in the first one, the coffee theme. That is, I'm arranging each and every letter in a transparency mode with a slight tilt from the left to right, so it gives a uniform but a creative, beautiful way. For this picture, I'm just simply writing up two words, that is beauty and personified. Beauty personified. Yes, the word beauty I have been blocked out with blocks of letters, and then I'll be using the word personified. But before that, I need to link these letters, right? So I'm just giving it a straight line links between it. Instead of using the hanging texture, this is a different way of approach. For this, I'm using about 3 to 4 layers of straight line links, so that gives a different color opinion. Now it's time for the word personified. So I'm typing the personified in the neon font and placing it below. For giving it a different layer, I'm again typing the word personified with a single space bar between each letters, and I'm using the font typewriter here. Now I'm going to arrange both the words below the picture, that is the typewriter font in top and the neon font just below. And now to give the final touch, I'm using the hyphen bar in the font called strong and arranging it below the word personified to give it a parallel touch. I think I need a GIF to give it a lively effect. So I'm searching Wikipedia in the GIF section and looking out for some interesting GIF. Yes, I got something interesting. Yes, I have selected a butterfly GIF and I'm just arranging it on top of the word beauty, that is the letter B, and giving it a simple lively effect. Like Wikipedia, I'll be suggesting more of GIF ideas in my next video. Yes, I'm going to check out some other GIF. If you want, you can just skip out the GIF part, but I think I need a lively effect, so I'm just adding the so-called GIF or the GIF. Yes, I'm adding it, 1 or 2 or maybe 2 or 3. This one story idea of the theme beauty personified is one of my personal favorite, and I really loved working on it. Even you too will love it. It is that superb. Yes, finally the story idea is ready. Moving on to the last and the fifth story idea. This one is a bit simpler, but I think working on this takes more time. Starting off this idea by just sharing a post to my story and giving it a slight diagonal cut with the brush tool. By this time you have got the idea what I'm talking about, right? Yes, I'm just going to color both the sides with different colors, but I think I'm using the grey versions so that it matches with the pic. I'm just coloring the top part with the darker version of grey. I've used the color picker to identify the colors, and I'm using the lighter version of grey for the bottom part of the story. Yes, now I have completed with the coloring part of both the sides, and now I'm going to bring the post to the middle of the story and enlarge it to just see how it worked. And of course, yes, it was beautiful. And yes, we need this space to work on, so I'm just moving the post to one of the sides. Now I'm going to fill the upper section, that is the darker grey section, with some light grey dots. You can just enlarge the dots with big, medium, small, and just give it a starry effect. People with creative mind would always love doing this one. And finally, I have finished with the upper part of the starry effect, and now I'm going to do it with the lower part, that is the light grey portion, by giving it a starry effect with the dark grey dots, enlarging it with big, medium and small dots. Some people think that these Instagram stories of creative ideas are much boring, but I feel people can be more creative, be more idealistic with these type of creative stories. So you can encourage people on what they do, or you can motivate others by making them realize their talents. And finally, yes, I have finished with both the parts of the starry effect, and now I'm going to give it the new post effect. So I'm just typing the word new in the font called strong and just enlarging it and putting it over my pic. And I think I'll give it a triple layering effect, that is 3 different colors, but these colors look uniform enough. So I'm just arranging these triple layer on top of each other. Yes, after arranging, I'm just giving a simple curvy touch with the brush in a neon effect. And now again, I'm using the same font called strong and writing my post, and also giving the same triple layer effect by the dark grey color, white, and then again light grey color, and arranging it in a uniform way so that it looks good enough. I think it's time for giving some lively effect with the GIF. So I'm going to search lines in my GIF session. Yes, I've got my GIF, and I'm going to place this lines GIF on top of the letter N, and this GIF gives the life to this whole story, and it's amazing, right?
And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. For more contents, please do follow The Advocate Stories. Bye guys, we'll see you in another interesting video.